And we've got some history in this battle of AFL alumni. It's the Los Angeles Chargers and the Kansas City Chiefs. And it's coming up next on Madden Football.
Let's go, baby. It's one of the loudest venues in the National Football League. We're inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, home of the Chiefs. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson on hand. Greg, you get to a game like this and you love the matchup because as we watch and get ready, you just watch highlight after highlight of the ball in the air, down the field. We got two big-arm quarterbacks going head-to-head here in this one.
And if you love offensive football and you love high-level quarterback play, we've got a matchup that I think you're going to be pretty excited to sit down and take in alongside us because every blade of grass is an opportunity to deliver the ball. And the amount of pressure on these defenses to defend the entire field, knowing there is no throw off limit, there is no route that cannot be unleashed. This is the ultimate test for any defense when you have two quarterbacks like this lined up under center.
Cameron Dicker has the ball teed up as we get underway. And off we go from KC. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So out comes the Kansas City offense to take over for the first time. And there is the guy at the top of the game, Patrick Mahomes, their quarterback.
For so many years, Mike, the conversation was, is Patrick Mahomes the best quarterback in the NFL? And I think now, after winning back-to-back Super Bowls 3 and 4 years, it's not so much, is Patrick Mahomes the best quarterback in the NFL now? It's, is he entering the conversation as being one of the best quarterbacks of all time? I certainly am one of those people that believe that's the case. He has a chance through the rest of his career, now not even being 30 years old, to accomplish a lot of things that are unheard of at the NFL level.
That one good for a dozen and a very quick first down. Mahomes gonna fire quickly to Worthy. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Well, there's fast starts, Mike, and then there's this. It just seems like it's completion after completion, and now they find themselves in plus territory. Every team has their fringe red zone down to their red zone plan, and once you cross midfield, you got to be thinking 6, at the worst 3, but you're coming away with points.
Finds an alley to the 35, and he's going to be taken down.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Second and 7. Throwing now, Mahomes. Open man right side is Kelsey. That's catch 3 just on this drive, and it gets his team a 1st down.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
Not much happening there, just a short game. Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
Mahomes going to throw here on third down. He's got his big tight end, Travis Kelce. Touchdown, Chiefs. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Harrison Butker now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Chiefs will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here's Ladd McConkey to return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. So here come the Chargers, the offense getting set to come out, led by their quarterback, the 6th overall pick of the 2020 draft. It's Justin Herbert.
His skill set can be determined by the letter A. Arm talent, accurate, athletic, and he's got a kind of aura about him. There's something special that they know when he's under center, we have a shot. First-round pick. He's got everything you want for the quarterback position. He needs to take that next step from being a legitimate, bona fide franchise quarterback to a superstar in the NFL. So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. Ladd McConkey, the one he was looking for. And now it's going to be third down. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
Sacks are drive killers. There is no greater correlation between a defense getting off the field and the ability to rush the quarterback. And when they come on third down, that number just goes up.
On fourth down, out is J.K. Scott to punt for the Chargers. As the drive went in the wrong direction, he's on to punt it away. A fair catch is called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. The Chiefs offense ready to possess the football for the second time. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive, so try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Now the former rushing champ, it's Kareem Hunt. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9, just a yard short of that first down. They go play action with Mahomes. That's complete left side to Worthy. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His third catch goes for a first down.
Throwing with anticipation, it not only requires the confidence in both your accuracy and the timing, but it also forces the receiver to be on time and where the quarterback expects you to be. And This is one of those examples, man. When those two things are on point, it results in a first down.
And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Mahomes. He'll swing one out wide to Pacheco. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line.
And I think this is going to be a matchup they exploit the rest of the game. They go to it here early to test it. And I think with those results, it's something they should continue to come back to, because I'm not sure the defense has a matchup for that running back.
They'll have to go the full 10 yards. It's 1st and goal. They put Kelsey in motion. Throwing again, it's Mahomes. He's going to run it. And he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way.
It's a nice job here defensively. Down here tight, it's easy to be so concerned about stopping the pass that you lose sight of the quarterback when he decides to become a runner. Not the case here. Picks up a little positive yardage, sets up 2nd and goal.
Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. And he'll get about halfway there. That's a gain of 2, down to the 2. Third and goal. To throw is Mahomes. And he gets to the outside and takes it in. Patrick Mahomes. Touchdown, KC. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Initially looking to throw it for the touchdown, couldn't find anything, so Greggy takes care of business himself, using his legs for the touchdown.
Well, it was clear early on, Mike, that this defense was expecting the pass, and after matching all the receivers in the end zone, this quarterback realized quickly it was his legs that he was going to need to rely on to get the ball across the goal line.
And Butker on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Chiefs move out on top, 14-0. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return is McConkey. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Chargers offense ready for their second possession. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. Finding the tight end, here's Will Dissly. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
Opening carry of the game, it's J.K. Dobbins. Down the sideline, past the 45. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. It's a big one for the Chargers. 31 yards.
I think it's clear this is something this offense wants to major in, the ability to run the ball effectively against this defense. And after that big gain, you have to imagine they're going to come back to it and dare them to stop it.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Herbert. That's complete to the TCU man, Quentin Johnston. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
It's so early in the game, you have to be careful now as coaches and players that you don't find yourself trailing early and get out of your game plan. There is so much time left. Stick to what you've worked on all week. There's plenty of time to chip away and see if you can make this thing close come the fourth quarter.
Throwing on first down is Herbert. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Ladd McConkey. Touchdown, Chargers.
All week, we're going to see this play be run over and over as a highlight of the quarterback and the receiver. But, Mike, the part that people don't give enough credit to, in order to get a downfield shot, you have to have time, and what a great job by the offensive line, allowing the quarterback to be comfortable enough in the pocket. Let those deeper routes develop, be on time and accurate with the ball, and that's why this play is going to be a highlight all week. Let's give the big guys up front some credit.
Cameron Dicker, the kicker for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Chargers are on the board. It's now 14-7. After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. Here comes a return from the 3. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. So here comes the KC offense set to take over once more. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. They put Kelsey in motion. First down throw, Mahomes. Throw left side is taken in by the tight end, Kelsey. About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a first down.
We talk so much about starting fast and then trying to sustain that throughout the course of the game. That's exactly what they're doing here. They've got the early lead, but they're not content to just sit on the ball. They're looking to extend it. Nice start here to this drive. Once they cross midfield, then it goes into go mode. You're trying to come away with points every single time you have the ball. It's a good way to start this game here in the first quarter. It's pretty evident, Mike, when a quarterback and his wide receiver are operating on the exact same page. The anticipation, the timing, the accuracy of both the route and the ball. And when they're working together like this, that's the definition of teach tape.
They'll run it here. It's Samaje Perine. And he'll get the first down there, a pickup of about 5 yards.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
On first down, it's Mahomes. He'll get this complete. That's the tight end, Noah Gray.
I'm not sure what was the more difficult aspect of the play, winning his route versus man coverage or catching this pass, because that quarterback, he put a little extra sauce on that one to get it there on time, and he's able to secure a really nice catch.
Off the play fake, here's Mahomes. That's into the hands of Worthy. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. They put Kelsey in motion. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And the Chiefs are going to have 1st and goal as the tackle's made at about the 5-yard line.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
To the air once more, it's Mahomes. And he'll take it on in. Travis Kelce. Touchdown, Kansas City. That's 2 touchdowns for him now in this first quarter alone. What an opening quarter he is having. Greg, that is 2 touchdown receptions here in the first quarter.
Mike, all this guy has to do is keep this pace up, and he's going to have himself 8 touchdowns. But in all seriousness, if I'm this quarterback, I'm not looking anywhere else until this defense proves they have an answer, because right now, they don't have one.
Now Butker to add the extra point. The kick is good. And the Chiefs will take a 21-7 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return is McConkey. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. So now here comes the Chargers as they get set to take over once more. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Tight end going in motion here. On 1st and 10, here's Herbert. He connects with Disley. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
They face 2nd down and 7. On play action, it's Herbert. Now a ball thrown deep for Johnston. That one broken up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up 3rd down.
This is teach tape for man defense, Mike. I mean, he is not looking back at the quarterback at all. He is in the hip pocket of his receiver. He's staying in phase and in rhythm. And then he knows when the wide receiver's hands go up, attack the ball. And that's about as good as it gets.
And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
And he'll get something there on the return, able to take this back to the 20-yard line. The Chiefs offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. Here's P-Rock. He'll push ahead to the 21. Denzel Perryman in on the stop. Here's a 2nd and 9. Here's Mahomes. Got a man. That's Rashee Rice. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line.
There's a reason certain guys, Mike, just always seem to be open. It's really because route running is more art than it is science. How do you manipulate the defense to find open spots or win versus man to create separation and earn the trust of your quarterback?
On the carry is P-Rock. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground, Mike. There was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Now Mahomes. To the left side, caught by Kelsey. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
On 1st and 10, it's Mahomes. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
There's a ton of time left in this game. They don't need to feel like this is desperation mode, but they do feel the urgency to get stops, and that sack's going to go a long way to getting them off the field here. Continue to come away giving up no points. Give the ball back to your offense and see if they can start chipping away.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Now, Mahomes. Out quickly here to Worthy. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
In a lot of offenses, Mike, these quick passes to the wide receivers really fall under the run category. Of course, they're going to go down as a forward pass, but to a lot of offensive coordinators in the league, it's a lot easier to pick up 1st and 2nd down yardage on these quicks than it is to turn around and hand it off to your running back and count on blocking everybody.
He's got his tight end. It's Kelsey. A big half continues. Already 2 touchdowns on the score sheet. And here, this grab gets him a 1st down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
A handoff to Pacheco. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. One quarter in the books. It's the Chiefs on top. We'll be back in Kansas City after this. They put Kelsey in motion. Mahomes now on 2nd down. Open man downfield. It's DeAndre Hopkins with the grab. Big play for KC. And even 30 yards.
And this offense is now really on the move, Mike, and it's the passing game that's leading the way. They've been able to march their way downfield thanks to this aerial attack, so don't expect them to go to the ground game anytime soon. If I'm this play caller, I'm continuing to lead on this, not only in this drive, but probably for the rest of this game.
They put Kelsey in motion. Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on 1st down. Off he goes. And he will score. Patrick Mahomes. Touchdown, Chiefs. This defense continuing to give up points. Greg, you've been on offenses like this. This has to feel great when you're on a roll like this.
And it's really twofold, Mike. First and foremost, just like you said, every offense in the league works all week. We want to start out fast. We want to establish some early rhythm and play our style of game. They've certainly done that. Now, on the flip side, what does it do to your opponent? It takes them completely out of their game plan, knowing this early in the game, they're chasing points.
The extra point by Butker is good. And the Chiefs add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here's Darius Davis to return it. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Chargers offense ready for this next possession. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on 1st down. Herbert keeping it on the zone read. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
So, Mike, at the core of a successful zone read play is that the quarterback understands which defender is he responsible for. That is the defender they're trying to put in a bind. In this case, he chooses the runner. The quarterback pulls the ball, and he's able to take off for a big gain.
Here's Dobbins. And he's going to lose yardage on this play. They knock him back to the midfield stripe.
Well, has been the case this entire first half. It's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. From the gun, it's Herbert. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
And the success of this play, Mike, all comes down to the timing of the defender. You get there a little bit too early, you risk pass interference. You get there a little too late, it's a big pass completion. Timing your hand and playing through the ball is something they work on with these defenders all the time. And next time they throw the ball down.
Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
In what's been a pretty one-sided affair from the opening whistle, it just seems like it continues to get worse. This defense, they know they have them on the edge, and they continue to rush the quarterback the way they are. I'm not sure what this offense can do come the second half.
Here's J.K. Scott now, as he's on to punt for the Chargers. That's taken at about the 14, and he'll get a few yards on this return up past the 15-yard line. Patrick Mahomes going to lead the KC offense back out for this next drive. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. He spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. A run up the middle with Pacheco. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. They put Kelsey in motion. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Here in the first half, we've seen nothing but connections from these two guys. I mean, they've come out completely on fire. So the defense finally gets a stop, and really the first time we've seen these guys be a little bit off.
And they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line.
Well, that right there, Mike, is your once-a-game reminder of just the importance of sure tackling. This run never gets anywhere near where it ends up if that initial hit was stronger and he was able to take him down.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Once again, it's Pacheco. And the defense was ready for him this time. Did not have the same room to run. That one's no gain.
Patience is a great quality of a running back. You have to wait for holes and gaps to develop. But in this case, Mike, he just kept waiting, and nothing ended up happening. No gain.
Mahomes looking to throw on 2nd down. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is why it's so critical that the quarterback and his intended target are on the same page. They got to speak the same language. When there's miscommunication, it leads to errant throws, and when errant throws lead to big missed opportunities.
Gray is the motion man here. On third down, Mahomes. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he's able to gain yardage out of this one before he slides.
And that's a great job defensively here on third down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
On fourth down, Super Bowl champ Harrison Butker now for the Chiefs. This one from 52 yards away. Butker's kick is good. And the Chiefs add on to their lead.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return is McConkey. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Chargers offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. They'll come up on a second down and 8. To throw is Herbert. He's got the hookup downfield with McConkey. He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a first down in this spot. Andy Reid wants another look at that, and Big Red has thrown the red challenge flag. At issue, was he able to stay in bounds? The NFL rules, you're looking for either 2 feet or a body part that is not a hand to be down with possession of the ball. No bobbling, the ball not moving around. He has control, so that's what the referee is looking at here. So the challenge is unsuccessful, and he's going to have to be careful here because he has just one challenge for the remainder of the game. First and 10. They'll give it to Dobbins. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. He'll let it go deep left sideline. That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a third down.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
They get 19 on that pass play. And the Chargers have the first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
Trent McDuffie right there with the tight defensive coverage.
You just can't say enough about how hard it is to play cornerback in today's modern NFL, Mike. I mean, not only are these wide receivers better than ever, but the way the rules are written, you're really out there on an island with not a lot of options. Your technique has to be perfect. Your timing has to be perfect. It's exactly what we saw here, and he makes a great play on the ball.
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike. How well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
On the ground, here's Dobbins. And he'll take this down to about the 15. They'll send their tight end left. Now it's Dobbins. And this offensive line creating running space. He'll get 6 and get inside the 10-yard line. Now a 3rd and 2. Fake the handoff. Now Herbert. There is his tight end, Disley.
Nice job by the defense there, stopping them short on 3rd down. Brings up 4th, but Mike, honestly, I don't think there's much decision to be made. He's got to keep his offense out there. They need to come away with points. Find themselves down multiple scores in this one. They're going to have to maximize these possessions.
Dicker's kick is good. And the Chargers cut 3 off the lead, but they still face a sizable deficit.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
So Dicker back out after the field goal. He'll send this one away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense and Patrick Mahomes coming out for their next drive. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. And he looks to add to them with another drive here. That's complete. Peyton Hendershot. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down.
This play is actually really well defended here. But I'll tell you, Mike, as you know, my philosophy is the tight end is always open, and this just supports my case.
Gray is the motion man here. 1st and 10 for Mahomes. Right back to Kelce again. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
Man in motion is Brown. Right back to the air for Mahomes. Taking off, and he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
They put Kelce in motion. On 2nd down, Pacheco. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
The offensive line doing a great job opening these run lanes. They have been there this entire first half, and I think if I'm this play caller, until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away, I think I'm just going to keep turning around and handing it to that guy.
Mahomes on 1st down. Open man is Hopkins. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's second down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
Mahomes now to throw on second down. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a first down.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. He was trying to get it to Xavier Worthy there. And it'll bring up second down. To the air once more, it's Mahomes. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
So after back-to-back incompletions, it is now 3rd and 10. They put Kelsey in motion. Mahomes going to throw here on 3rd down. And off the deflection, it is taken in.
I don't think people realize, Mike, just how difficult it is for a receiver to catch a deflected pass. You see the ball come out of the hand of your quarterback, and you're tracking it the entire way. And all of a sudden, that ball gets thrown off course, and you've got to focus on it and secure it. It's a really nice big play there.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Chiefs will extend their lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return is McConkey. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Chargers offense ready to take over once again. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Herbert. That one complete to Johnston. And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
That'll be complete to Dobbins. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Now it's Herbert. To the right side and hauled in by McConkey. Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. A run with Dobbins. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. Now, Herbert. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down, but they are set up with 1st and goal. Herbert to throw. And he's not able to get away. He does manage to get back to the original line of scrimmage, and that'll set up 2nd down.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Now back at the 4 for 2nd and goal. Throwing, Herbert. He pulls it in around the 5. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain. Big play coming up. 3rd and goal. Herbert. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Chargers will cut into that lead.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
Still a little time. Final minute of this 1st half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Whoa! And he is stopped at the 25, and the drive will begin there. The Chiefs offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And you get a look at the numbers, they don't even tell the whole story. This has been a tremendous performance to this point. Man in motion is Brown. And that one is complete along the boundary. Good job of getting those feet in bounds.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
Mahomes now on 2nd down. That's over the middle and caught by Rice. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. That's complete left side to Worthy. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Throwing again, it's Mahomes. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down.
And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I know this play results in an incomplete pass, but I think this is a really good job by the quarterback. His clock was going off. He felt that rush. He had no immediate target to go to with the ball. Instead, throw it away. Don't take the sack. Live for another day.
So we've reached halftime here in Arrowhead with the Chiefs on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando now, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Michael, thanks very much. And with that, we welcome you all into our EA Sports studios. This is the halftime report. We were treated to an excellent first half from the gunslinger, Patrick Mahomes. He's over 300 yards passing already as he's looking to possibly put his name in the record book.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The visitors' offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast, and right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it. A corner who is not only a good tackler, Mike, but a willing tackler can be a huge asset to any defense. So often they get a bad rap. They're considered just pass defenders. They want to run around. But for a guy to be able to come up and force the run and keep this to no gain, man, that makes a big difference on any defense. It may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on second down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on third down where it's a little bit more manageable.
You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. We'll try to pick this one up on the ground. Oh, he won't get there. Looking for a cutback lane. It never opened up. And now it's 4th down.
The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown. You're thinking first down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up 4th down.
And the Chargers will punt, getting set to kick it away. As he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He'll take this in back at the 16. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And as we take you through some of the highlights so far, you're going to see a lot of passing yards. He has carved up this defense over 300 yards passing in the game and has been sharp right from the start. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. They put Kelsey in motion. On 1st down, it's Mahomes. He connects with Gray on that one. And he's close to a 1st down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. Second and a yard. To throw is Mahomes. He'll get this complete to Pacheco. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game, just one more thing for the defense to have to defend, make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone, defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing that.
Second and 7. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. That's over the middle and caught by Kelsey. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
Gray is the motion man here. First down throw, Mahomes. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
This is a great example of the game within the game. They're making what they call Mike declaration, and that's what sets the responsibilities of all the protectors. And in this case, the Mike was the one who came, and he's unblocked, and he's able to get home.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
You know, there's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
3rd and long for Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the first down.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The visitors' offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks. So don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
On 1st and 10, here's Herbert. To the left side, catch made by McConkey. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. A first carry for Gus Edwards. And their woes in the running game continue. He's going to be taken down behind the line.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings them down for a loss.
Herbert going to try to throw on 3rd down. He'll get out of bounds, a gain of 8, and that's going to be good enough for a first down.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
So a pair of first downs moves him out to the 47-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. Now a give on the ground, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. Nick Bolton, the linebacker, there for the stop. Here's a 2nd and 6. Throwing now is Herbert. This one finds McConkey. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Well, so often we see quarterbacks standing in the pocket, holding it, seeing if they can create something downfield. Well, not that play. That play was simple. Snap the ball to the quarterback, spit it out into the hands of your receiver, and let's see what he can do.
They'll try to get this one on the ground. The Chargers get set to kick it away, as he's on for the 5th time this afternoon. The home team's offense about ready to take over once more. As we look back at some of the highlights in this one, you'll see a lot of them, Greg, coming from the passing game. They've done a nice job picking the defense apart.
Yeah, and I think that's the right way to say it. It hasn't necessarily been just a bunch of deep shots, a bunch of explosives. It's been more methodical. It's been precise. They've really been all over their execution, and this is about as close to a complete performance as you're going to see from any offense throughout the course of this season.
The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And a good one here. He'll be marked down up past the 25-yard line.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the first half, and he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
They'll stay on the ground and stay with Pacheco. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Throwing is Mahomes. Here's a screen set up for P-Rod. And a good job rallying to the football. Hold him just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
3rd and short. Here's Patrick. That's complete. Who else? It's Kelsey. He had 2 touchdowns earlier. Looking to see what he can do here in this second half. That grab gets them a 1st down.
Really nice throw downfield on that conversion. Brings up a new set of downs, and defensively, Mike, this feels like desperation mode. If you allow them to finish this drive with a touchdown, this game feels all but over.
Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Here's 2nd and 2. They put Kelsey in motion. On the handoff, this is Pacheco. And he is fortunate to get past the line of scrimmage. Call it a yard at most. Derwin James, the former All-Pro, in on the tackle. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. A run. It's P-Rod. Give him 14 on that one. Good for a Chiefs 1st down.
It's too early at this point, Mike, to really start thinking about the clock. You definitely don't want to go into a shell. But now this is the point in the game where having a good ground game really starts to take over. You throw to get the lead, but man, once you get it, that ground game, that's what finishes the game off.
To the outside, catch made by Worthy.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. They put Kelsey in motion. On 2nd down, Mahomes. He's got it at the 3. And he's got another one. Travis Kelsey. Touchdown, KC. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. And that is the hat trick. What a game. His 3rd touchdown reception of this one.
And nothing they've done to slow him down has worked, Mike. This defense, they're throwing multiple guys at him. They're playing man. They're playing zone. It doesn't matter. This guy is having his way, and he's having a day.
Butker now for the point after. He's got it. And the Chiefs will extend this 3rd quarter lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return is McConkey, and he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense getting set to get back to work. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. Looking middle, and he'll get it complete to McConkey.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That
nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
With the right personnel, the safety position is like the ultimate chess piece, right? You can put him in center field to play pass. You can bring him up and make him a pseudo linebacker, but you also can bring him on pressure, Mike, and that's what this guy does so well. The timing and the speed, he got there in a hurry.
It is 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Herbert. Now a ball thrown deep for Johnston. And he's going to be marked down, bringing it all the way to the 25-yard line.
And it's the arm talent, Mike. It's on full display. His ability to step up in the pocket, get everything behind that ball, and throw a laser downfield. That's not a throw that all quarterbacks in the NFL are capable of making. And I think it was pretty good defense. Just turned out to be a better throw.
There is his tight end, Disley. And he'll be taken down.
And up until this point, we haven't seen a lot go their way, but here in the 3rd quarter, they're starting to find some plays. They're starting to get some opportunities. Just got to ask yourself if it's too little, too late.
A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's 1st and goal. Johnston motioning over. He'll get a yard or two to the 8. 2nd and goal. Now here's 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's Herbert. And he's in. Ladd McConkey. Touchdown, Los Angeles. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
We were talking during the break, Mike. We felt that this was kind of a do-or-die drive. They felt like they needed to come away with the touchdown here, and now they're showing a little life.
Yeah, a little bit of belief, don't you think? Everyone on that field knows they've been a part of a comeback before. It's a pretty big mountain, but a good way to get started here to begin this half. Dicker, good with the extra point. And the Chargers are able to edge a bit closer. After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Chiefs offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the gain to nothing.
They put Kelsey in motion. That is caught down the field. It's Worthy. He's over 100 receiving yards on the afternoon now, and a first down to boot.
Well, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
Here's P-Rod. Not much there. Maybe a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll run with Pacheco. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Have to imagine at some point here, Mike, the defensive coordinator looks to change things up. This running back has had his way with them all day long. Get a few more guys in the box. But then you know what that does. It opens you up down the field to that passing game.
Mahomes going to fire quickly to Worthy. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter. So both teams trade touchdowns in that frame as we get through the end of the third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So they come to the line for first down and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. A short one caught by Kelsey. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
Mahomes now to throw on second down. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down.
I think this defense is wondering where some of these missed throws were earlier in the game. I mean, for a while, it seemed like everything the offense did hit. And after that last incomplete pass, although this game's all but over, this defense will certainly take it.
Give them a dozen yards on that one and give them first and goal.
Big-time completion right there, and this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the fourth quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying to get in the end zone and extend this lead. So really nice job here late. You're going to see if they can put this one out of reach.
They've got it at the 8, first down and goal. Mahomes now to throw again. This one caught at the 4. And they'll get this down to the 3, but no further. It'll be second and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Samaje Perine. Touchdown, Kansas City. And that touchdown probably, Greg, ends any small hopes of a comeback on the other side.
Yeah, and I think those chances, Mike, were small to begin with, but with that last score, I think this one is pretty much over.
Butker now to add the PAT. It's up and good. And the Chiefs will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return is McConkey. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Chargers offense ready to get back at it. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. A gain there of 17.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
On first down, Herbert. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Now it's Herbert. He's going to tuck it and go. And Herbert going to slide to a stop, but he's got it. He's picked up a first down.
These are the plays that just drive the defensive coordinator crazy, Mike. You do everything right, but you don't account for the quarterback scrambling. He's able to get out of the pocket and gain enough for a first down.
Throwing on first down is Herbert. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Quentin Johnston, the man he was looking for on that one. And that will lead to a second down. They're going to motion their tight end, Hurst. On second down, here's Herbert. That's to the tight end, Hurst. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down. Herbert. This throw taken in by Hurst.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And that is not going to work. Incomplete, and they turn it over on downs.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. On the ground, this is Hunt. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. They face 2nd down and 7. They'll run it straight ahead with Pacheco. And he'll get close to the marker. A nice run, probably a yard short of that 1st down.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in him.
They put Kelsey in motion. On 3rd down, Mahomes. That's complete. He got it to Hopkins. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line.
I love this decision here, Mike. 3rd and inches, everyone in the building's just thinking you're going to just plow it up the middle and get a fresh set of downs. This is probably the best opportunity to strike downfield in the passing game, and that's exactly what they did.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. This caught right side by Worthy.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
Mahomes now on 2nd down. Short pass taken in by Kelsey. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line.
And that throw just seems like the cherry on top of what has been an incredible day for this quarterback. And I wouldn't be surprised here late if we get to see the backup after this drive. And there's one guy in the stadium that has earned the right to stand on the sideline and relax. It's this quarterback.
Right back to the air for Mahomes. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'll say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down.
And up until this point, this has been an incredibly efficient game from this quarterback. I mean, it's hard to think. Here we are in the 2nd half, and that's only his 2nd incomplete pass. So finally, the defense is able to do something to disrupt his timing and finally try to get him out of this groove.
Stopped at the 6, and that sets up 3rd and goal. To the air once more, it's Mahomes. Taking, and he will score again. Patrick Mahomes. Touchdown, Chiefs. Greg, in the end zone again. I'm running out of different ways to say touchdown. They're doing it so often here today.
Mike, some offensive play callers, once they get the lead, it's just milk the clock and let's get out with a win. But not this coach. He is trying to score every single time they possess the ball.
Here's Butker now for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Chiefs add on to their already sizable lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return is McConkey. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The visitors' offense and receiver Quentin Johnston set to take over once more. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Throwing, Herbert. To the left side, catch made by McConkey. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the 4th quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
On 1st and 10, here's Herbert. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. Now a ball thrown deep for Johnston. Trent McDuffie right there with the tight defensive coverage.
When you air it out like that on these big shots downfield, they're not always high percentage plays. It takes a lot of things to line up timing-wise, location of the field, accuracy of the throw to result in those big plays, but I think they've got to continue to search for those and try to generate a little bit of a spark.
And that is incomplete.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable, and as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
Johnston motioning over. Herbert to throw for it on 4th down. He's got his tight end. That's Hurst. And he will get the 1st down. They took a chance, but they convert on 4th and 3.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
Now, this looks like a design run. And it'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
There's just so many ways this offense can beat you, Mike. He adds such a layer to this offense with their ability to use him as a designed runner, and we can see there as he picks up the 1st down.
Here's 1st and 10. Now a give, but here comes a reverse. And he'll bring it inside the red zone. Finding space, gain of 7, inside the 20. Second down and 3. Shotgun now for Herbert. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal. He'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
These can be tricky situations defensively, right? The game is all but over. Barring something unforeseen, you got this one in the bag, but you still want to finish on a high note. You still want to walk off the field and put an exclamation point on what's pretty much been a dominant performance right from the start.
From the gun, it's Herbert.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short gain.
The ball right on the 5-yard line, 2nd down and goal. On the ground, here's Dobbins. And nothing develops there. It'll stay right at the 5-yard line. No gain on that one.
So on second down, they try to hammer it in on the ground, Mike, but now on 3rd and goal, I don't think you have any choice but to put this ball in your quarterback's hands and test this defense through the air.
Herbert now on 3rd and goal. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Teams practice these situations all week long, Mike. Down here in the tight red zone, you find yourself inside the 10-yard line. You're thinking, we've got to come away with a touchdown. Well, after that 3rd down incomplete, it's going to be real interesting to see how they approach this 4th down after failing on 3rd.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Chargers are able to put up 3 and cut into the lead. So the mistake there, the roughing call on the field goal, they'll take the 3 points off the board, keep possession of the ball, and have it 1st down. Here's Herbert. That one, take it in, middle of the end zone. Lad McConkey, touchdown LA. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least a little payoff with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. This one taken at the 7. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So now, out comes the offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once again. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read, seemingly every time. Here's 2nd and 9. Motion man is Rice. Off the bootleg, it's Mahomes. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
Early in this drive, they're trying to establish some offensive rhythm, but now after that 2nd down sack, really puts them in a must-pass. You don't want to be in 3rd and long very often in the NFL. It's not a very high percentage conversion rate, and with the danger of a 3 and out, they better hold up here in pass protection.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. He'll swing one out wide to Pacheco. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the 1st down.
This guy's really starting to roll now. I mean, his involvement in the passing game just continues to pick up, and until the defense identifies him as a pass threat, I expect this quarterback to keep looking his way.
A fair catch taken, and they're going to start right at their own 20-yard line. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Herbert. Oh, he gets a good read defensively and intercepts it. Picked off by Brian Cook. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
So, here comes the KC offense set to take over once more. They start with the lead and the football, and they do so with tremendous field position. It's 1st and 10. A handoff, running left, it's Pacheco. Finding room to the 20. And he'll get this all the way down to the Chiefs' 6-yard line. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. 31 yards.
Sometimes all it takes is that one key block to spring this back. He's just so good in open space. And, man, that was a heck of a run, and it sets up 1st and goal.
Here's Pacheco. And he's going the wrong way, dropped back at the 7.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Now from the 7, it's 2nd and goal. They'll go with him again. Not a lot of room to work there. Well played by the defense. And they set themselves up for 3rd and goal. So this one in the win column for the Chiefs. They got out of the gates hot, ran out to the big first quarter lead, and did not look back as they cruise in this one. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Chiefs victorious, as we say, so long from Arrowhead.